Good morning, guys. I am in Robinson's Galleria, which is a very, very nice, large shopping mall. But it has a really nice balance of shops and eateries and places to sit, free Wi-Fi. It really is good to see this in the Philippines because most places you don't have free Wi-Fi. They may give you an hour. You're lucky if they even have a Wi-Fi you don't have to log on to and possibly pay some like a subscription or something. Anyway, I did a nice walk here because I looked out the window this morning. Though it looked cloudy and I can see it looks a bit muggy, it wasn't direct sunlight on you as you're walking. So I decided to walk this. I think it's like 2.5 kilometers here, and of course I'm going to walk back. But it seemed like the right time to do this today. So anyway, I wanted to just show you a little bit of it. I've probably done this video before, but it has a Chinese influence, very strong Chinese influence with the Hongden, which is those red lights, and conical, overhead structure. And it's like about 5 floors, really well laid out. You can't go wrong here in terms of choices. There's a lot here. Anyway, I was watching a program last night. Actually, it's an expat guy. He was covering a very good topic, and I wanted to add something to it. I can't remember the name of it, but I think it's like Philippines from the view of an expat or something, a British expat, something like that. Anyway, he was talking about people who live in the Philippines, expats, who have come to a point where they begin to lose attraction for it, or they have an adverse feature to being here now. In other words, they've either run out of money, they've had some bad relationships with a woman or man, whichever. They have got tired of what should be the very things that you might find interesting and unique in the Philippines, right? Can actually become very frustrating and irritating and just grinds on you over a period of time. And if you've been here a few years, you can feel it. Sometimes I do as well, I can feel it. But I tell myself I could be in a lot worse places, that I understand that when I was coming here, I knew what I would face. I knew I'm going to find things I don't like, or that things that will not work well with me, but I need to adapt. And that's what you have to have, this mindset. But he was right. I do believe, from what he's saying as well, he concurs what my thoughts are, is that there are people here who get really shitty with the locals. They just have bad attitude. They're stuck in a rut. They don't want to go back to their home country because A, they burned the bridges, they've lost old friends, they're no longer connected to it physically or socially or emotionally, right? But for them it was like a step back to something they feel safe with, the safe zone scenario. Anyway, he was digging deeper into this and he gave some examples, and I thought it was very, very truthful because I've seen this myself, and I myself at some point in time can say that I relate with it. Is that things like, for example, when you meet people, it's very shallow. I mean, they tend to meet you, they chat to you, it's all friendly, and then they're gone. I mean, could be from expats who want to rip you off, or from Filipinos who rip you off because you understand they don't have the means, they don't have the range that a foreigner has. We have money coming in, that money can be worth X amount against the pesos, so we are already in advance, much more ahead of them, and we have more avenues. So he was also saying that some of these Filipinos' husbands, which are expats, become very, very rabid, very nasty. They fight, they beat up their wives, they just behave horrible with the family, and they're just not nice people, and it's coming to the top. If these people are showing these signs now, that's because they always have been, or they were never really prepared for extremities or what could happen that wasn't going to go according to their comfort zone plan. You've got to accept when you step out of your country and you're not kind of fencing it like one leg there, one leg here, that you can run back. you've got to accept shit's gonna come down the road, and you got to be ready for it and take it and handle it, and whatever you do, either absorb it or run with it, take it on board, and be a fucking man. Anyway, he was right that this was something I've seen happen here with some foreigners. I see a lot of us, not just Americans, some others complaining about one thing or another. The things that they said when they first come here. Yeah, man, it was cool, we can travel everywhere, find women, do all these sporty activities. And then it grinds and grinds and grinds to the point when they've been here a year, 2 years. It hits them. And they don't know what to do because they can't go back home, according to them, because they no longer have that connectivity, their families, their friends, blah, blah, blah. So also I think most of this is about losing face. They don't want to go back home and lose face by saying, it didn't work for me in the Philippines. Right? It's just a face-saving standpoint. And yeah, it's true. I can see sometimes that I would like to walk away from here, not just because of a problem, but because I need a change. Because even when you go around the Philippines, and no matter where you go, I think you get into a routine of things. There's a certain pattern that is developed, and you may look at it and go, yeah, okay, and you may adapt to it, but then 3 months down the line, 4 months down the line, that becomes a routine in itself that you then have to adapt to another situation. But I would say across the board, Filipinos are pretty much the same. You're going to meet some real thieves, you can meet some who take advantage of you, who kind of like befriend you. Some of them are genuinely kind of, just nice people and so. But when it comes down to money, when it comes down to getting access to you, they're going to take every option to do that, and they do it. And you can't blame them for it. You knew this when you come here, that these people are in a lesser position than you are, in the majority. So when you come here and you don't see that, or you saw it, but then decided further down the road to ignore it and then complain when it happens, you are the arsehole. You are the one who's just not looking at things from a realistic perspective. So suck it up, guys and girls, and just get on with it. If you can't stay here, get the fuck out. If you can stay here and you want to adapt, fine. But don't complain about your choices, and don't take it out on the locals here, because that is a bad reflection on the rest of us expats. Take heed and make a decision. If you want a safe face with not going back to your own country, it's still the best place for you to go. Because if you're going to stay here and be like this, you're going to have a miserable life, especially if you're older age, and you're going to make everybody else around you regret even meeting you and spending time with you. So get the fuck head straight, make a decision, bugger off, stay here, adapt, get on, get with the game plan.